With an open robotics project, Hugging Face, the startup behind the popular open-source machine learning codebase and ChatGPT rival Hugging Chat, is expanding. Hugging Face's open-source philosophy led Kadeem to say the robot project would be open source, not as in OpenAI. In reference to OpenAI's legal struggle with Kadeem's previous boss, Elon Musk. Hugging Face is employing robotics engineers in Paris, France, according to Kadeem, who will oversee the robotics program. An embodied robotics engineer job listing describes the project as designing, building, and maintaining open-source and low-cost robotic systems that integrate AI technologies, specifically in deep learning and embodied AI. The job requires working with ML engineers, researchers, and product teams to create robotics solutions that push the boundaries of what's possible in robotics and AI. Building low-cost robots using off-the-shelf and 3D printed parts and incorporating deep learning and embodied AI technology are key tasks. Hugging Face has concentrated on tools like its machine learning codebase and open-source chatbot until now. The business aspires to bring AI to the physical world through open and affordable robotic platforms, a major hardware departure. You can be part of the next global AI giant Onpassive to use, and market the next generation AI tools. Simply register for free at www.coolzone. Allows seamless online interactions across the digital realm. Get your 14-day free trial of OConnect. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai. Is a time to reflect on the immeasurable love that Jesus demonstrated on the cross. On this day, we remember the selfless act of love that changed the course of history. Good Friday teaches us that love is the greatest force in the universe, capable of conquering all. In the midst of our own struggles, Good Friday reminds us of the unconditional love of Christ. May the message of Good Friday fill our hearts with gratitude for the love that knows no bounds. On this sacred day, let us meditate on the love that led Jesus to lay down his life for us. Good Friday is a reminder that love is the ultimate sacrifice and the greatest gift we can give. In the face of darkness, Good Friday teaches us to choose love over hate and compassion over judgment. May the message of Good Friday inspire us to love one another as Christ has loved us. Let us approach Good Friday with hearts full of love, ready to share the love of Christ with others. In the name of Jesus, may God bless all.
Hey, thank you for coming. Okay, look, if you subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get every video they produce. Every day, every minute, every month. Yep. And if you give them a thumbs up, it'll make them happy, especially Chris Johnson. And if you write a nice comment, positive, something really encouraging, inspiring, they'll show it live. That's what they do. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Here it is, Good Friday, big day. What it represents is unbelievable for sure. I want to say thank you for coming. It's the 29th of March. Yesterday we had 360. Ash came on. Tons of stuff going on in the background, as we can see. We can see that for ourselves. The merchant problem that they had, obviously they locked up buku amount of money. Go look up buku. It's a lot. It's a lot of zeros. But they do have a date that it's going to be released. He didn't give the date because dates can't be given in Onpassive anymore. They also, any other type of update, we're going to see more of we're here, what's coming, and then boom, it's here. I think that's better. I know it's better for the company because a lot of stuff they've done, they wanted to be very, very open, and it kind of burned the company, okay? Many reasons, some probably internally and some founders. but that's okay. We're in good hands, and we're blanketed, as they said. So, no, but he has a lot going on. He said, you're in good hands. We're taking care of you. They're doing what they can as fast as they can. And once again, like we've been saying, when that part of the bottleneck or whatever we want to call it is repaired and widened and flow is moving both directions, we're going to see things coming back and forth, and we're going to start changing the world without a doubt. So be happy. I know some people get concerned and all that. Look, a lot of people suffering, no doubt about it. That's not something that they can go by. It can't go any faster than he can go. And the company can't be where we want it to be any quicker than it is. Like you know, and as said, they want to be the best. Look, anybody could be good. Anybody. We have a lot of products out there that are very good. You want to be great, and then you want to strive to be better than great, and that's what we're doing. And I love it. Now, I know that some people popped on the screen. They're working on that when they came on the panel. And the reason it happens more on 360 is because Asmopar is on there. It's pretty simple. But they know they're working on it. It's not a big deal. That'll be taken care of. We go on OConnect every day. I recommend people to use it, right? Use it so you can figure out how it works. So a lot of little things there, but it does almost everything you could imagine. But I noticed the clarity and the volume and everything about it is very nice. It's really, really nice. Another thing to keep in mind, I know we go in, we try the backdrop, virtual background. Some people it's really, really good. Some people maybe not so good. That's okay. That's why it's called beta. We're testing. They're trying many different things. But let's remember, the standard will be better than great. That's where we're going. Always better than great. So it'll be fine. They're working on it every day. And you know and I know now that nobody wants this thing to get going forward more than Mr. Mupar. It only makes sense. Because the soon as it gets where we're out of that area, and now they're just working on technology. Now remember, any items we see as a setback or a pause, the company's still working. They're working on products. They're working on making them better. They're working on, that's nonstop. That's around the clock. Well, the part we see that we're focused on, and it makes sense, is commissions and bonuses and all that. They're coming. They're there. But let's remember something. During the process of people buying and all that, and people getting paid commissions and getting put in their wallet and all that, that also depended on somebody playing correctly as far as a merchant. They got to release and give. It looks like they got it, but they didn't release it. So that money gets released, they're going to pay it out, whatever's due. Because remember that, think about it. We know it's a lot of money, a lot of money. And when that happens, boom, we're off to the races. Because during that time, they also are working in other ways to get the money out to everybody that they have coming. If you have commission coming, they want you to have it. I remember a conversation I had with Mr. Mufara years ago, and he said, the one thing is payments. You want to make sure you give people what they want, and I don't want people to be limited. I want everybody in Onpassive to make unlimited potential. Have the potential to keep making more and more and more and more. If we make more, they should make more. And that's a cool thing, everybody. Not everybody, not everybody, nobody, no company I've ever been in thinks that way. They always raise the quota. You want more? You got to buy more. Well, how much freaking hair tonic do I need, right? You can only use so much. That's why people start piling in the garage. That's a crazy method. So we don't have to worry about that. But hey, what can we do? Today's a good reminder. Pray for the company. Pray for what's going on. Pray that some of these building blocks or things they have to climb over, maybe make it a little lighter. But Ash always said, the bigger the struggle, the bigger the reward. And he's right. I mean, it's right. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing valuable is just handed to you. Now, we're all involved. And I realize that looking at things from a consumer's point of view or looking at things from an entrepreneur's point of view, two different things, right? We need to look at it as an entrepreneur more than a customer at this time. Why? Because that's the phase we're in. We're not, I've said this a million times, this is going to be 1,000,001, is if we were in any of these industries, I don't care which one, car industry, Apple, Microsoft, all of these, we get to see a 2024 new Ford pickup truck. We weren't there when it started at the sheet metal. We weren't there when they were putting the wheels on it, right? We weren't there when it got to the end of the line and some inspector goes, oh, stop, this isn't quite right. And because it's on a mass production, there's many of them that ain't quite right. So sometimes they got to fix it. That's just life. Technology is even higher than that. Technology is you have to look for a needle in a needle stack. Okay, I mean, it's when something's a little off, and sometimes when you're doing technology, you're just making a mouse. But now you want the mouse to talk to the computer, and you want the computer to relay back. Sometimes when you add it together, there gets a little bit of cobwebs. There's one little code that's saying it's not making it compatible. Well, then you got to dig through. Somebody has to find out, why did this happen when we did this? It's not like a big button says, I'm here, it's me. You have to go in and go and find it. So, oh my gosh. And let me tell you about coding. It could just be a less than sign or a plus or some little code, no joke. And it'll knock you out. So cool stuff, but they're good at it. They're the best in the world at it. And even they keep hiring even better. So we're going to be fine. I know people are hurting. Trust me, I'm hurting. I know what it's like. I do. I mean, I'm not the level of billions of people that don't even have water, but I mean, in general, it's not easy. I get it. But it's coming, and we're gonna look back and go, whoa, this is so cool. I love the idea that what we're part of, because all said and done, that light bulb's going to go off, Mr. Edison. That car is going to roll out, and it's going to have automatic transmission. It's going to have air conditioning. It's going to have, and that's what we're getting. We're going to get the car. It's going to be a state-of-the-art car, and then they're going to add features to it daily, monthly, yearly. So people get that car or get that O-Connect or get that O-Tracker. They're not going to be looking for anything else. You take care of people, they don't wander. Their eyes don't wander. There's no reason. I remember buying apps and stuff when we were marketing, and it would take 5 apps. I'm going to give you an example of Onpassive. I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 or 7 apps or something intertwined to give me what Onpassive has at one click. Boom, you're in, boom, targeted traffic, bam, there's a website, boom. I'd have to code it or have somebody build me a website. But here, we get, the websites are made, they come out with a new one every week. They're going to have new ones. They're going to have sales pages. Eventually, they'll have a page for each product, a sales page for each product. And the cool thing is you can, or you don't need to, add a little bit of you. Add a little bit of Gifty, M. Kiley, Chris Johnson, Patricia Parent. Just a little bit of you, a little bit of Marty, because a little bit of Marty is enough. But you put it in that little website, and then that looks like I had something to do with O-Connect. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, Ash wants everybody to market themselves. He said, we don't need help. He said it because we don't need help marketing Onpassive. And that's okay. But we get to be the hero. And I I think that's so cool. I know people look and oh, easy for you to say, Marty, you marketed before and all that. Listen, if I share anything with anybody here, any of my brothers and sisters, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, it's not going to be something that you have to be a marketer to do. It's going to be fun. You might have to be creative, and a lot of you are way more creative than I am, by far. I listened to some stories Chris did with Baby's First Wave and all that, and I remember when I first started, I got off and I said, oh, what the frick is he talking about? But it hit me, and I came back to him. I go, you did what? And you went, and what it was just a passion. I'm going to do this, boom. He didn't throw sweat over it. He didn't go crazy over it. He looked at it, thought it was a good idea, had no limitations in his head. That's the best way to attack something, especially in Onpassive. In the real world, you have an idea. You're a book writer. You're a songwriter. You know how to play the guitar like whatever, right? Jimi Hendrix. You can play the drum, whatever it is. You can speak French. You're an English teacher. You love teaching. You don't make enough money. Think about all of those things, whatever they are. I don't care what they are. To be able to get into Onpassive, use OConnect, use OCreate, make a page, use part of the OPAL to bring people in, have a call to action, and start sharing your passion. I don't care what it is. Listen, you could come in here as a teacher. Let's say you made 40 grand a year. I don't know. English teacher. When you come into Onpassive, you have opened the key to the world, not New Jersey. You open the key to the world, not just Texas, not just Bangladesh, not just India, not just France. Wherever you live, when you come into Onpassive, you open the mall to the world. Everything is at your fingertips. And the day that everybody here realizes what they really have, you will not be worrying about the small stuff. You would not. You're going to be getting ready mentally in your head for the next step, which is mindset. Give your mindset what you need to have. Because once you can get to the mindset of, if I can think it, it's possible, it opens many doors. And the first door you need to open is not physical. If you don't open this door, you'll never get any farther. Onpassive will make you what you want, but you should enjoy it. You should feel like you're part of it. That's my opinion. And until you open this door here in your head, it won't happen. And a lot of you, I know for a fact, I've seen it happen. It happened to me when I was younger. Always thought, well, that's not me. That's him or her. That's why they're there. They're special. No, you're special. Don't freaking kid yourself. I met a guy one time, and trust me, he was not special. In fact, I was so blown away that I thought, I can't, if this guy can do this, anybody could. And what he did was, back in the very beginning of internet, or it was one of the, what was it called? Satellite. It was a satellite where you could get cable TV. And he, at the time, that cable company give you $10 for everybody you refer. He made $30 million. You know why? Because he never thought he couldn't do it. And he started doing stuff and monkeying around, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and he just talked to people. He didn't put any fear into it. He didn't think about it. He just went, hey, I like doing this. I can make a little money. And then he put in his head, wait a minute. If I can make 10, I can make 20. If I can make 20, I can make 200. If I can make 200, I can make 2,000. If I can make 2,000, I can make 20,000. And he just did what he did, and he scaled it up. And trust me, he was not the sharpest tack in the box. But his limitations were zero. He just thought, why not? I'm going to do it. Why not? And everybody here, and people I haven't met yet, John White's here. John White I met years ago when I first got in. The guy's a freaking genius, right? He's a great talker. He thinks ahead. He's a motivator. He's a deep thinker. But if you just walked up to him and said, John the barber, see, that's not a limitation to John. That's a job. The worst thing you could do is put a label on somebody. I've done it when I was younger. You look at somebody, oh, come on, he works on the back of a trash truck. Yeah, he's got 140 IQ, and he can do calculus in his head. No joke. There's people out there that have the abilities that other people don't have. Once you find out what that is, and let me tell you something, go by your passion. Don't tell me there's something you don't like, or dig it up. Get the mental shovel, go back in your head, and go back to something you've always wanted to do. And why not do that on top of Onpassive and create another stream of income? Met a guy one time online, it was a while ago. I can't even tell you where he's at, but he came to mind. The guy would make fly hooks. Now, anybody that fish knows what I'm talking about. And he's got a little micro, and he's looking, it's very small, and he's got a little thing, and he's twisting it. They were immaculate. Fish thought they were real bugs or whatever, flies and could you imagine doing a small video and sharing it with 10 people? Or could you imagine doing it, small video, and sharing it with 100,000 people or 1 million people? It's not any more effort. The effort is making the fly. You leverage what happens after that. Using Onpassive, you use Onpassive to leverage what you did once. That's where this impact comes in. I'm going to teach you how to speak French. I'm not personally, I can't even speak English. Let's say I'm a French guy. If I'm going to teach you French, and I live in France and can speak English, or I live in the United States and can speak French, you could get on French classes, $10 or $5 a session. Yeah, what am I going to make with 5 people? I don't know what you're going to make with 5, but I'll tell you what you could make with 5,000. I'll tell you what you could make if you put them on videos and you have a course. You're actually teaching people how to do French while you're laying on a beach somewhere. Then you just go online and go, wow, I had 5,500 people sign up for my class. And then what are we getting? We're getting virtual AI. What's that? You could be you speaking in this French thing using AI technology. You will have people saying thank you at 3 o'clock in the morning, and thank you, you're sleeping. Thank you, and you're in Belize. That's what we have in our hands. That's what we have at our disposal. Now, you can go there like I do, or some people do, or you can stay here mentally and think about, well, what about this and what about that and what about this, what about? That's not me. That bores me. It drags me down. Yes, I want to tell you, and people know this, and we made it this way. We're not the only ones. But if myself, Chris, Ray, and somebody go to a meeting, it's automatic. We get feedback. Automatic. I don't care what it is. Hey, did you guys know about it? But we want to know. We made that. I elected to know. I want to be able to pass that on. Yes, we have support. We have all that, but we've all, listen, you wind up on a path that you created. I hear people say, I don't know why I'm doing this and I don't know why I'm doing that. It's because that's what you chose. Yeah, but I didn't choose it. Yes, you did. You are where you are because you did it. You did it. Nobody else. I'm saying you can go where you want. If everybody would just open up your brain. This is what drives me. This is what makes me blown away. One is the potential is unlimited. I can't see over the horizon of Onpassive now, but I'm looking. I'm trying to see it. Other people are looking down while they walk. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, what's that? Oh, did you see that crack in the, who gives a crap? Look at the light. Walk towards the light of Onpassive where we're going. And let me tell you what blows me away more than anything. A few things. One is everybody that is in it is going to win it. I know that sounds corny as heck, but I believe that. If you're in, you win. The worst thing you can do is judge how quick you win compared to somebody else. Don't do that. But you can speed this up. Gina Leva can speed this up. Doyle, you can speed this up. Britt Manny can speed this up. Ken Roy, all of you can speed it up. How? Open that door in your head and believe one thing very important. I can and I will. God didn't make mistakes. I'm sorry. It's flat out. The limitations are one thing is, and by the way, sometimes that door in your subconscious and in your mind is locked with a padlock. It's got chains on it. It's got chains and bolt all the way down because all your life you put another lock on it. I'm not opening that damn door because I might fall. I might get hurt. Who gives a crap? Listen, all the pressure, all the incoming arrows, the company's taken. What do we really have? What is failure in Onpassive? What is it? Not us. We have nothing to do with it. We're only going to win. The army that we have fighting for us is Onpassive and his team and the lawyers and the millions of dollars Ash is paying to protect us from all the crap. Sometimes I think we're spoiled. Not sometimes. I know we are. Hey, guys, while we're taking the crap, I'm going to give you O-Connect. Why is he giving us O-Connect? Oh, yoo-hoo. I mean, look, I'm not going there. Some of the people, I can't go there. If you would just get what I'm saying, look at where you could go. I'm 64 years old. A couple years ago, I was like 40. That's what it feels like. And the next year is coming. It's going to be even faster. Take advantage. Leverage what you're doing. Leverage everything you're doing. Look at Onpassive for what it can do, not where it is today. You know, I really don't like Omail. Who gives a crap? You know where Omail's going. You know where Onet is going. How? Look what happened to O-Connect. And Ash said, that's not good enough. Our crazy leader, don't tell anybody I said crazy. Our crazy CEO said, O-Connect's not good enough. It's great, but he didn't want to be great. He wants to be better than great. And every time he wants more, we reap the rewards. When he shoots for the moon, we go with him. Yeah, but I don't know how to fly the jet. You don't have to. You're sitting in first class. He's going to another planet. Fine, sit down. You're in first class. You're going to get served a meal. You're going to get a blanket. You're going to watch TV. You're going to be able to play on O-Connect. All these things we can do while the jet's being flown, the fuel's being paid, everything's being done for us. Yes, I'm stoked today. I got rid of all the negative. Yes, I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it again. But I want everybody to sit there. And you might even have a spouse that's just not like you as far as everything's positive. That's okay. That happens. But in the long run, you got to be happy if you can. Let me tell you something. You unlock that door and you go for what you might have thought was impossible and make it possible. I don't care what spouse you have. You're going to get along better. Because if you're positive and you're driving, people want to gravitate towards you. If you're doom and gloom and this sucks and that sucks, I hear some of the, especially the naysayers. So I'm thinking, my God, they go all day looking for negative. What happens if you walk through a field and all you do is collect dog shit? And you fill up a bag of dog shit. At the end of it, you just got a bag of dog shit. Or what happens when you walk through the field and you collect flowers? You can't tell me your feeling wouldn't be better. So I refuse to look at the crap. I don't want to walk in it. But in my mind, there is no dog crap. There's just flowers, or there's just what I'm looking for. But anyway, so that's what we do. We work together. We try to do the best thing, but be positive and ride this thing for what it's worth. Chris, it's all you.
Well. Very good, Marty. Happy Good Friday to all you people that celebrate the Christian religion. It's a big day for me because it's important for all of us. I always got to start out with this Christian stuff because I love it. God loves everybody no matter what. Just remember that. No matter what. Ash touched on a lot of things, but I do want to make an announcement. Next Wednesday at 6 a.m. in the morning is when Onpassive 360 will be airing. We did this because Ash requested us to change the time because he made someone mad yesterday. Actually, Tanya made a really good post today in Onpassive Nation. Is the man said they're pretty mad at me. His exact words, they're pissed that he came here. So we do appreciate that he came here. Had I known he was in something that important, I never would have asked him, to be honest to God, truth with you. But he showed up. That shows his loyalty to us. I mean, he showed his loyalty to us a lot, many, many times. And he's just funny. He has different ways of saying things sometimes. He's got a comical sense. I want to thank the notes team, Daryl, Dan, Peter, Janet, who am I forgetting? I don't know, but for writing those notes. I know the video is out on YouTube of me, Marty, and Red, and a few other people that did a live video on it. So go check that out. Watch it a couple times. And it's worth the listen. I want you to really pay attention to what he's saying yesterday. As you could see, he was in a little more of a slower mode. He was talking. This is what I got out of it. He was saying things, and I had to go back and re-listen to it because that's Ash Mafara. Only Marty DeGarmo speaks Ash Mafara language. I'm getting a little better at it, but it was very important what he had to say. Transparency is really coming out, as he suggested a month or two ago that he wants to be more transparent in 2024 or find someone that can come on if he can't come on. I think he's been very good about that. He did tell us an issue that's almost resolved, and he can't give us a date, like Marty said. And Red, yep, there he is. Red is coming on at 11 for a recap. He'll do his spin, and I suggest you go watch that. But everything he said yesterday, just every time he talks, even when he don't talk for me, it gives you a sense of calm. Yep, we got a lot of people on here asking, how do I make money? I had a few people say, well, what do I do? Well, go get a job if that's what you have to do. I'm going to remind everyone, no one ever told you to quit a job, and if jobs are scarce in your area, there's nothing I can do about that. But if you need to make money, go get a job. Right now, Ash is working on a few things. And then once it happens, I think after a little while, you can quit that job. But for now, if you need money, because people ask me that every day, how can you help me make money another way? Number one, there is no another way. Yeah, there is. You can go get a job, or you can just be patient and let Ash Mafar do what he's got to do and pump this out. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for it. I prepared for it. I got a lot of different windows and doors in my life that I can't wait to look out and open. I'm asking you to do the same thing. Prepare. Listen, preparing yourself for the worst. We always hear that. Prepare for the worst. I'm asking you to prepare for the best, the greatest, because what you're preparing for is a whole different life, a whole different chapter in your life. You're important. Whether you believe it or not, you're all important. And you got to let yourself know that sometimes. A lot of us could sit there and we could complain about one thing or the next. But the truth is, we don't put in the hours he does. We don't hit the payroll like he does. He does a lot of things every single day for us. I really was upset when he said they're really pissed that I'm here right now. That bothered me because I don't want to disrupt. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to disturb him in any way. Okay, it's nice that he comes on and does that. He shows up on the ramen noodle show, which I thought was kind of funny. That would be Ron and Minnow ramen noodle show. I thought that was very comical, actually. And that's what he's been doing. He's been doing that consistently for a while now. But do I want to force him to come on something? No, I never do want to do that. So hopefully, we all actually asked him yesterday to come on to 360 because people like to see him, but he normally says, I can't get in there right now. I'll try, and that's okay too. But just remember this, it's a great holiday weekend. Everyone go enjoy it. Remember what it's about. Enjoy your families and get used to enjoying your families. Get used to doing the best for yourself because that's what's coming at you through Onpassive. Man, I don't know how else to say it. As for a guy, treat your lady, your wife, the best you can be. That happy wife, there's a reason people say it. Of course, we get a kick out of it. But people that you love, treating them the best, that's showing them love. In other words, making sacrifices. No, I don't want. No. I heard a person say, about a month ago, I was watching a video of a guy in an airplane carrying a picture of his dead wife. And the couple in front of them, it was probably a skit. The couple in front of them, the woman asked their husband, can I sit on the aisle seat? And he said no. And he kept telling her no. And the guy stood up behind and said, you know what? I would give anything to have this woman sitting next to me. And I would do anything for her. You should realize that. That woman loves you. Give her a lot of respect. Same thing for Onpassive. Onpassive loves you. Believe it or not, it loves you because it wants to do better for you. And Ash said it yesterday. Take a breath. You got to listen to it. Take a breath. Take a step back. And what did he say? Let me do what I got to do. He said that many times in the last couple of weeks. He doesn't need to be pestered or questions. Let him do what he's got to do. He was very thankful about the beta testing going on for the backdrops, which is always cool. And he'll get it. But I tell you what, the rest of OConnect, I think, is absolutely beautiful. The clarity, the sound, everything's real nice. And that's, like I said, we're only hyping up one product right now. I can't wait to be hyping up 50 products. All right, I can't wait to show the world as this is why I did it for this reason. All right. Those people that the bridge fell and they died. People died when that bridge fell, when that boat hit that bridge. Onpassive is going to be there for that kind of stuff, I believe. All right. Bad storms always come. You can't control weather. Onpassive is going to be there. Okay. But you got to let Ash Mafar get this down. And I don't mean if you get mad at me for saying go get a job. If I need money that bad, I'm going to go get a job. All right. But I know what's coming. So it takes the burden off of like, I know what's coming, but I got to do this until it comes. All right. So don't get mad at me for saying that. That's the honest to God truth. Anyone should tell you that. I have people in countries there's no jobs. And all I can say is I can pray for them. But knowing what Onpassive is going to do for every one of us here are going to be successful. All right. And every one of us don't have to do a dang thing. You don't have to market like Marty DeGarmo. Does that help? I'm sure it'll help a little bit. But like I said, I want to be the example of I did nothing as far as marketing. The company did it all for me because that's why I signed up. It's all done for you. Because my whole life, I've always had to do for everyone else. My boss was driving a real nice car all the time for the hours I worked, let me tell you. So remember that. Ash Mafar is putting in the hours. His tech team is putting in the hours. The Muhammad ×4 is putting in the hours. Professor Susan, definitely putting in the hours. Touching and rubbing elbows with people that none of us would ever get close to. That's the truth. We have some phenomenal, very smart, intelligent people that don't need a job. And what are they doing? They're working with a passive. They're helping a passive grow every single day. And I don't want you to forget that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying be happy for what you have. Because it is coming. I haven't said that in a long time. And no, not Christmas Norel, for that was pretty funny. We just want people to be uplifting, happy, and know that it's coming, but you got to prepare for it. That's the truth. I did see some birthdays today because I've been trying early. Happy birthday to you today. Bistrick, happy birthday to you. Patty Conway and Debbie Arminis, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a great day on this Good Friday. Remember what it's all about for me as a Christian. All right. It's important to me what this day is. All right. There's a guy that came down and he wasn't looking for rich people or the guy.
One second, Chris. Hey, anybody next level, Mr. Next, last name Level, can you tell me what channel he's on, please? That's all I want to know.
I got him off one. Let me see if he jumped back. I got him.
You can't jump back if you get rid of him, right?
I did. I don't know why it keeps bringing him back. Remove. Anyway, enjoy your Easter. Enjoy your family. Tell them you love them. Rest. Get some rest. Today, I think the Christians sell between 12 and 3. Just enjoy, sit back and relax. So, I got him again, Marty. Back to you, DeGarmo. Happy Easter, everybody. I think I got him again.
Talk to me like a man, he said. I can't do that. I don't think you are.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard to talk to him like a man when I'm talking to a child,
Yeah, name next. I'll talk to you next. Anyway, we're gonna go. Thank you everybody for being here. Remember, Red is on at 11, right, Chris?
Yep, 7 minutes. He'll be doing his Red Redfern recap.
Okay, and by the way, happy Good Friday. Remember what it means. Let's forgive each other. Let's try to be kind to each other, even if somebody's nasty, like next level who's out looking for me and loves me. He's just not really good with words. I want to love you too. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and God bless you all. I mean that. And we're in for a ride of our life. Let's have faith and keep praying for us and the company so that they get through some of these hurdles. Because when they do, woo, doggy. I know you heard that before. Anyway, we'll see you all and have a great day. Tonight at 5 o'clock, they have a monthly recap with Comfort. I would recommend everybody going if you can make it. Tonight at 5 o'clock, I believe the link will be in the back office. A monthly recap. Pretty cool. See you all. Thank you. Say goodbye, Chris.
Say goodbye.